Hey everyone, thanks for tuning back in to mattsteinwede.com. Alright, I just want to talk about something owners say, and that's, I'm not going to give it away. You know, you've got to think to yourself, well not you got to think to yourself, but do owners all go to the same dialogue school? Because a lot of them say it, you know what, I'm not going to give it away. Now what does that really mean? Have you ever thought about it? Like, why are they saying that? I think it's a really important thing to look for. When they do say that, it's not something that should just be put to the side. It's like, oh, whatever. They're actually trying to give you a message. So they're not comfortable where they're at or what they're feeling. They're not comfortable. And you've really got to see it for what it is. When they're saying that, they're not on board. So they're not on board with the rest of the process. And it's an important thing to actually say, okay, where are they coming from right now? Why are they saying that? Is the offer too low? Is the feedback too low? So their expectation isn't working with the market potentially, or there's some resistance there that you have to look at before it will move forward. So quite often, if an owner says, look, I'm not going to give it away, they're taking a step back. They're not going to be coming forward with you through the negotiation process, more than likely, unless it changes significantly. So I would stop right there. I would probably, I mean, you don't just run straight over as soon as they say that, but get a sense of, okay, how are they feeling? Where are they at? Where are they positioned right now? And you have to neutralize it. So because it will build. That will get bigger. So are they not happy with the offer that's been put forward, or they're not happy with the feedback? If they're not happy with either one of those, is it the right price? Is it not the right price? Should they be listening? That's the sort of questions I'd be asking right now. And then I would probably either pop over and see them or have a conversation around, where are they at right now? You know, let me know, what are you thinking of selling the property for then? If you're not sort of willing to work with this buyer or not even interested in seeing where this goes, where are your thoughts right now? What are you thinking of selling the property for? You need to ask these questions to get it all open again, to get them engaged in, okay, well, someone's listening to me. That's all the owner sort of wants to a degree, is someone to listen to them and be on their side, because maybe they're not feeling that you're not on maybe they're feeling you're not on their side, or the buyer's certainly not. You know, there's too much of a gap here. Important tip, for the negotiation to move forward, and they say, I'm not going to give it away, understand why they're saying it first. You might have to revisit it with some comparables. You might have to get them on board with, you know, I understand, because sometimes the owners can creep up again in price. So you might have started here and said, look, my suggestion is around here where the property is, go through the process. They start to maybe fall in love with the property again, or more, and you know, why are buyers not loving it? And they can start to increase in price through the process. And when you do get an offer that's sort of somewhere maybe just under where you spoke about, they're up here again. So there's this big gap that's been created without you even knowing it. So that's why you sort of need to regroup, recenter, and hopefully get everyone back on board to maybe all work together. Something I quite often say, that if a buyer is too low and an owner's sort of up here somewhere, and I'll go and see them, if they're starting to get in this frame of mind, I'll go and see them and I'll sit down with them and say, look, why do you think you're giving it away? What does that mean anyway? You're not going to give it away. And I'll ask them that, what does that mean? And when they think about it, it sort of means nothing really, like I'm not going to give it away. And they say, well, you know, I'm not going to sell it for what they're offering. Well, that's fine. I completely understand, but you're not giving it away. That's a fairly decent price anyway. That's a lot of money that they're offering. You're not giving anything away. And I'll sometimes say that to owners, and they'll say, well, yeah, I understand. And I'll say, look, Mr. and Mrs. Owner, regardless whether you like the offer or not, or you like the price or not, can't we just look at it that you've got interest on your home? Isn't it great that someone actually wants to buy your property? They're interested in your house. Sure, they've made an offer that's not to your liking right now, but shouldn't we be looking at it from the other perspective, where someone actually wants to buy it and potentially move in and you can move on your way? How good's that? Because I can tell you right now, there's hundreds of owners out there that were in your position right now, that they wish they were in your position right now. But you have a buyer on your house. How fantastic is that? Let's just see where it goes. Will you work with me on that? I will say something like that, because that line, I'm not going to give it away, is a very important thing to look for if you're potentially going to negotiate on the home. You have to neutralise it. All right, question of the day. Question of the day is, do you know any good kids games or any good kids games apps right now that maybe I can buy? Because buying kids games is something I do a lot for you know, on the iPad and whatever. Are there any good apps out there at the moment that are good kids games that you can let us all know about? All right, thanks for tuning in, and as always, helping make this real estate world a much better place. See you on the next video.